The next map Swizz is going to be S&D on Arcaden.
Yeah, and what after speaking to 4Kings, they've been saying that they've been playing really well in the search and destroy so far. They've been saying they've been doing a lot better than the capture the flags. So let's see if they're able to live up to that. Just have a view of TCM there. Rich closest to us, Mac, Flux and Jake to the very end.
Flux nail biting, Mac nail biting too. So is Rich actually, all in turn. But I'm sure with the caliber they have, of course, I believe it's Flux and Jake have teamed with each other for every EGL they have attended. Mac, of course, has got the highest seeding points. Is that joint with Toby from SK?
Well, Mac actually taking a bit of a lead after ECL1. He actually came first in ECL1.
Just bear with me 1 second. Which one are we joining, Pasco? Pasco?
I will just give it a sec.
We've got 2 games that we could potentially join.
It'll probably be the bottom one with the most players in. So if we just jump straight into that, we're going to get on board with the attacking side, which is going to be bottom, and stick to our usual rotation, which is going to be 1 attack, 1 defense of each team. If there's any big plays, if it's a 1 versus 3 situation, something like that, of course we will get their viewpoint to see if they can pull off something big. So let's get on board with bottom team. It's been ended, just making sure everyone gets into this game. So, I mean, Search and Destroy Arcane, completely different to Capture the Flag. Of course, 4Kings looking stronger at the moment, but we've only seen 1 game and that could completely change from here on out. Yeah,
of course. However, without trying to make the obvious cringy joke, they have got the momentum to carry them through. They did ever so well there. They are one of the loudest teams, with Pasco loving a good LAN, compared to one of the quietest teams in the form of Jake, Flux and Rich. Rich barely even says a word.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to wait until we can get into this. Should probably give a bit of a mention to the sponsors who are allowing this tournament to actually take place. Big shout outs to Scuff Gaming, Squid Grip, Rockstar, all helping out. Regio42 returning once again. Of course, Madcatz are the main headline sponsors for this MW3 Championship, and Gamer Gloves, who are allowing this stream to be taking place for you guys. So as the time counts down, we want to get on board with the attacking team, which is going to be TCM. We've seen Rich quite a lot. It usually defaults to him or Jake. I'd like to see what Flux can do here from the word go when we have the ability to switch.
Now, I'm probably going to eat my words here, but Flux generally is the only one that runs with a PP90 in their usual setup. The other 3 tend to use the ACR. But, however, of course, I'm probably wrong.
I mean, with this particular map, you can probably expect some early gunfights as they head up to top escalators. That's from the attacking team, and you will see a lot of stuns and Semtexes, or maybe frag grenades flying over.
I think, to be honest, frag grenades are being utilised more and more. So let's get on board with Flux PP90. I was actually right for a change. Anyway, he has got the bomb and he's going to push through. I'm just making sure we are not being played to the audience. No, we're not. So it's completely silent for the crowd, and Flux going aggressive to start with. Going to get that stun on that back desk. Not actually picking up one. Going for an ambitious move towards the top glass. And does manage to take down Pasco. Momentum has been dropped to the grenade of Mac.
Yeah, this is a great start for TCM. Half of 4Kings going down very early on, and with 2 minutes left on the clock, that's plenty of time for them to get a plant. So Flux doing some great work, taking an unexpected route, flying those stuns and grenades over. Didn't actually connect with anyone, but did manage to pick up the kill with the PP90. And he's just waiting. He's hoping that someone's going to try and challenge him when he's in that superior position. But we can see Jerd also going down, which means it's 1 versus 4. And who is it going to be left alive? It's irrelevant. It was McGee, but he gets taken out. Not a single kill to 4Kings' names at the moment, so TCM opening the search and destroy up very strongly.
Yeah, that was the perfect start, so to speak. Did they even drop a player? No, they did not. 0 to 1 for all of the 4Kings lineup after that, and that should give them a little bit more of a confidence boost. Talking, of course, about TCM. Going to go on board again. See, it defaults to Rich. We'll give the Mac a go. Of course, picking up. Normally plays for SK. SK using a pickup in the form of Madcatz. However, the Mac was meant to be in Ecuador doing some charity work, but then due to some family reasons he had to come back early. So we thought while he was in the country he might as well play at LAN. Loves a good LAN.
2 Semtex kills there for 4Kings. Great start from them. Pasco actually takes out Jake, which means Flux is on his own. 1 versus 4. He's managed to find Pasco.
He's taken down Pasco there in the middle rubble. That bomb has gone down. He's going to chuck a grenade onto that, see if anybody's there waiting on the bomb itself. Not looking like there is. He's got a 1v3 to complete in at 35 seconds. He's advancing up the enemy stairwell, looking at that bomb. He has just seen one in the top glass area, trying to spray that. Now, if I was the 4Kings lineup, I'd just be hiding for the entire time. No need to show themselves whatsoever. Flux just trying to retreat. I think he's going to try and go for the kills now, rack some kills up onto that board. Does get the better of Jerd there, but McGee taking him down as he advances towards him.
Yeah, it was really solid play from 4Kings. Like you were saying, they weren't challenging the final remaining player there for TCM, which was Flux. Just letting him run into their line of fire. And that's going to even things up 1-1, and we're going to switch things up now and get on board with 4Kings. And let's see who's doing best for the team. Well, technically it's Momo on top, but let's go with the highest kill counter, which is going to be McGee. Let's see what McGee can do.
McGee generally tends to push up to this top right. Normally does have an ACR, but he's opting for the PP90, which if he's holding back desk is not the wisest of guns, because of course you get the perfect shot onto top stairs. Has he seen one in that paint room there? He did choose to spray it. Pasco picking up the first kill, so that's first blood to the defending side, which is 4Kings. And it's currently McGee we are on board with at top class. He has seen one, dodging down, jumping back up, not picking up a kill.
Ryder actually coaching the 4Kings lineup. He said he wanted to support his previous teammates, those being Pasco and Momo. Did end up placing 6th at EGL5. Ryder now actually in the Dignitas team, who have advanced very far in the winner bracket too, so doing very well for himself. McGee's just going to play this slow now. He, like you were saying, Gucci, does usually use the ACR, but for search and destroy, I do know that he likes using the SMG. He likes to run in a little bit more. Yeah,
he's not exactly running in at the minute, just being baited out by one of the TCM players. They obviously know McGee's there. They can't get a good shot on him. It's 4 versus 3 still. McGee weakening a player in that top paint, just lying down behind those desks. And like I say, he's got that PP90, which isn't going to be effective while trying to hold that desk. But of course, McGee is fighting for top 8, and I placed 27th at my only land. So clearly he is a better player than me, so he knows what he's doing now. Momentum has got a stun grenade landed on the guy in paint. Knows there's one top glass as well. He needs to be very cautious as he lies down behind this desk.
Oh, and he's just trying to choose the perfect moment. Does finally get the kill there, which means it's going to be all on his own. And Pasco, I don't know if you heard that down the mics. Pasco getting hyped at that final kill, and 4Kings are going to take the lead now, so it is 2-1 in 4Kings' favour. We're going to stay on board with these guys, and see Mike actually getting a lot of damage into Pasco there, so he did well to survive.
I'm not exactly sure how Pasco managed to do that, to be honest. We're going to flick back again to the 4Kings, see how they can play on the attacking side.
There we go. And we haven't seen much of momentum so far in this search and destroy, so let's see what he can do. He is going to be the bomb carrier for the lineup, and as we've said before, just running straight up these stairs. It's usually what the 2 SMG players do for 4Kings, which would be Jerd and Momo.
Yeah, Jerd being taken down instantly by the grenade from Mac. Momentum trying to reply with the Semtex, but not managing to pick up any hit markers. So now he has retreated to a safer option, has got the support of both McGee and Pasco to his right.
Yeah, completely switching things up now and just lying prone, just waiting for someone to come and challenge him. Instead, actually deciding to push right through the middle. He's going to come head-to-head with someone here, and they have spotted him. I don't think he's going to go for this plant straight away. Instead, he's trying to find a kill, which he makes against Jake, and this is looking really nice for 4K.
Yeah, it's a good setup there from Momo. Of course, he pushed straight through that middle map, which would have been very unexpected, because with the bomb and playing that aggressive, if he'd dropped the bomb, it would have been in such a precarious position.
Well, he's just biding his time. Doesn't want to go for the plant just yet, but he's hovering around the area, picked off by Mac, and we're going to default over to Pasco, who is going to go for a flank on Mac now, but so is McGee. They need to separate a little bit. They don't want to clump up too much, or they could both get taken out. Yeah,
I think the idea was that they'd both go sort of the same sort of position, but unfortunately Momo getting taken down in the back. Pasco being very cautious of Burger Town as he runs around that bottom middle. They will know the bomb is down, I'm sure.
And Pasco's just trying to find someone. You've got to remember, because they are on the attack, it's these guys that need to be making the kills or the bomb plant, so the defending team can actually sit back a little bit. Mac and Rich could just be in some little corner somewhere. Who knows? It's going to be Pasco and McGee that need to find them though.
Yeah, Pasco just sat in this Burger Town. It's hard aiming exactly where McGee is, which doesn't seem helpful to the side. But he's just trying to edge ever so slightly up that escalator. Has he seen one in that bottom middle map area?
Well, nobody has been spotted just yet, so actually going right back, spinning right round the Mac, switching things up. Let's have a look what McGee's up to.
Oh, Mac being caught so unaware there by Pasco. Rich left last alive. Let's get on board with him. Only 27 seconds left on that clock. Rich has been shot at by McGee.
And he's facing some really heavy fire. I think Rich is just hoping that the other 4K player is going to challenge him from the left. Oh, and he's not going to be able to kill McGee there from that sort of angle. The bomb is surely going to go down on A. Yes, it does, and Rich is in real trouble. He's just got to try and break through, and it's going to be so hard with an ACR pinned on his position.
McGee trying to run away from him there, just trying to bide a little bit of time. Wear down that clock, but there is McGee picking up that kill. and that now takes TCM trailing 3-1 despite picking up the first round in the search and destroy.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic play from 4Kings. McGee with the final kill there. We are going to stay on board with TCM. We have already switched over, and let's see what is going on for Rich. Let's see what he can do in this next round. If I just
got the close-up there of Darren McGee, Philip Whitfield, Ryder, of course, wearing the headset, doing a little bit of coaching, Jordan Crowley and big Alex Pascoe. Right now we are on board with the bomb carrier. Pascoe taking down Flux.
Yep, so a nice start, and they could be sealing this search and destroy off very early, as they are 4 versus 3 at the moment. Momentum takes out Jake. It's 4 versus 2. Let's bring up that scoreboard. We can see it's only Rich and Mac left alive to actually hold their positions for TCM. Otherwise, they're going to be trailing 2-0 in a best-of-5 series.
Yeah, Rich trying to push down. He has got that bomb, of course. Very aware of the bottom burger areas that people can sit. Now, I believe TCM were actually ranked 1 on the Game Battles European ladder at one stage to try and get some S&D practice. So they should be well polished, but as of course I have said, they have got that pickup player as well in the form of SK Mac. But Rich, heavy weak now from a backfiring shot from one of the 4Kings players.
Yeah, Rich is really weak. This just isn't looking good for TCM at all, and they could be dropping their second map of the championship. Rich is going to try and switch things up though now and take it round to Soda. Jerd has managed to take out Mac, which means it's 1 versus 4.
Rich currently on a donut as well.
Yep, so he really needs to step up his game, and it's not looking good at all. He does spot someone unable to make the kill. It's against Pascoe, and Pascoe does go down.
Yeah, has made Rich very weak though. He's got that PP90 in his hands. 1 versus 3 to complete now. 1 minute left on that clock on the attack. Has got the bomb in his hand.
Yeah, Rich is going to actually go up these top escalators now. And the good thing about 4Kings in this sort of position, you could dedicate a single person to each bomb and have someone floating around trying to find that kill. And there it is. McGee picks up the final kill, which is going to mean a 4-1 victory for 4Kings. 4Kings still yet to drop a single map in this whole championship, and looking really strong here against one of the favourites to actually place at least top 3 in this tournament, TCM.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they have got a pickup. I would like to keep repeating that fact. However, he is one of the highest achieving EGL players to ever come to the event. So, in all fairness, it's a solid pickup, which potentially could mean it's a stronger lineup. Who knows? I mean, they've only had 3 days practice time with each other, though. So I think that's the only potential hindrance that they could actually have. We are just sorting out the 2 sides now. You can see myself and Rel on the stream, sporting the Madcatz logo across our chest. It looks like somebody's just tried to tear my shirt off me, because, you know, that's how I roll. But anyway, we are going to join the game.